Hello. I went to go get this guy. It's just for kicks. My name's Marge. I'm a Heoka empath. I just like having these little conversations, these little talks. See if it'll transfer over. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I guess I might have had to do it before the stream started. Oh well, maybe next time. I just came across it because I was packing up stuff, so I thought I'd try it. Maybe in Manana. I like the camera quality on the Mac, the old-timey Mac, better. They just don't make stuff the way they used to. I feel better than I did this morning. I meditated state with, was it Lillian Eden or Rasa Lukasuk? I suck at pronunciation because I'm hooked on phonics, and so I just don't say stuff right. I just don't do stuff right. I'm just a freaking fool. Just a freaking halfway to Dunceville, man. Trying to figure stuff out. I'm just not really good at stuff. Oh, look, I'm live. Oh, look, Sam Geppy's live. I was listening to him early, but I thought I'd come back and listen to him later. I'm Weird Kid stuck on David Zublik channel and Ask Jesse. Somebody recommended that channel to me, so I've been listening all day. Kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies totally, so I've been like praying and had my beads on. Today was like all hands on deck, all my spirit stuff, because it started out rough. And oh no, I was wrong. It was neither of them. It was Lauren Ostrowski Fenton White Light Guided Meditation. It's an hour and 13 minutes. That felt good. That was needed. Some people call it monkey mind. It's this. I just look at it as astrology, and I don't got time to look at all my placements in chart. But all I did do is I know that today I just shut out the world, and I'm taking a mental health day. And I'm done with. I didn't do anything business move related today, and I'm not gonna. And then tomorrow, I got a new list of things I gotta do. Go get cat food. You know. This is what you do. This is like when you're sensitive, man. Welcome to your world. I used to be a hard ass. I could stop all my emotions for years and just live in rage and anger and fury, and it sustained me. No longer sustains me. Anger no longer serves me. Rage is no longer my master. I got a cool gift. Oh, you know what else I hung out with? I hung out with my Bible today. I'm going to start reading it. I don't like reading. I don't like reading. I don't like it. Just I'm not a reader, but I got to do it. It's keep beckoning me. It's beckoning me. I got a cool Bible. It's right here. Want to see it? I was listening to, was it Joe? And somebody was talking about how they like their, maybe it was a Dolores Cannon talk or something, but they were talking about how sometimes they sleep with their Bible in their bed. I'm like, it's in my box. I'm gonna start doing that. Mom and I are talking about Bible thumpers today, because those people, those holy rollers, but they weren't the real one. They weren't the people that I was in alignment with. They're into the letter of it, not the spirit of it. There's a big difference. This is 22 years old. It's been tucked away. It's a St. James. It's a Rainbow Study Bible, King James version. The lady across the street, she was a Bible teacher for years and years. Her birthday was my sober anniversary, my first one, 10th of June date. Anyway, it smells good. It smells like history. It smells like past lives. It smells like recognition. Anyway, it's all color coded, and then it's all color coded. And I was getting through the first few pages today. It was presented on the 14th day of February in 1998. And I was like looking at all, because that's what I do. I look at all the fine print, the ISBN numbers and the history of it, and I wonder what and it kind of gives you what, like, you have the imitation leather, the bonded leather, the deluxe. I mean, that's good. That's some good record keeping right there. If I had the time, man, the records I would keep would be a lot more stellar than I have. Out of El Reno, Oklahoma. I'll have to look at the latitude, longitude that later. But I don't know. I take the good and leave the rest of all religions. You know, the stuff that the stuff that I get the interpretations of. That's why I like that movie PK so much. So I'm gonna start studying, so at least I can understand what so many people are talking about. I've started before, I've started before, and then I went down the school. There's my code. Has a neat color code. They even had my name put on there. Yep, that ain't good for OPSEC, but freaking what are they gonna? I mean, I've been on full blast from demons for freaking 4 years, man. No running water. I mean, it's just it's. My story is quite interesting, really. I don't know. I've been divinely protected for that, I'm sure. Also, something else wonderful came today. I'm gonna put this back in the box before it falls in the dirt, because then I can only get mad at myself, blame myself. Every verse color coded, old edition, RSI. I wonder what. Oh, wonder what RSI is from. They have Zig Ziglar endorsing it. Isn't that interesting? Rich man. Oh yeah. A Bible whose time has come. That's interesting that you have a motivate the of and Bill Bright, President Campus Crusade for Christ. See, that's why I don't like to align myself with any organization, politic, religion, none of it. It's like some stuff is cool, and it's like, hey, you want to float some, if I try your stuff and you like it and you want to float me some gratitude in some sort of way, hey, that's rad. But I got this was really cool. I got this today. Kachina, come here. Okay. Look what I got today. It's a little Kachina. Isn't that cool? I'm like, Mom, look at this. It even has watermelon. I got a watermelon story. I'm going to tell that in a minute. This was thanks to, I don't know if she wants to remain non-autonomous, anonymous or not, so thank you. I love it. Cottonwood. Summer nights in Northern California. Well, now everything's on fire right now, so it's this on fire. But I'm not going to light this on fire. Kachina. The history there. I'll let you go look it up. I had to look it up. I had to look it up to make sure. It's Hopi Indian. Oh, I hope that it's not glue. Did I already break it? I think it came like that. It's how it's supposed to be. Nothing's ever broken. It just ends up how it's supposed to be. Anyway, leave that right there. My interpretation of this one, I don't know what the heart space is, but it's wonderful. It's like you have the leather tassels, even has the tobacco pouch in there, the little tobacco pouch. I don't know. It's like grown up and inner child. When I was a little girl, I was in a watermelon contest. I had a hard time with watermelon for years and years because I was in a watermelon eating contest in Paso Robles. And there was only it was in Paso Robles. It was all these old fat, freaking rancher dudes, all these bros, sheriffs and stuff, oh, it's a good old time. And like my grandma's like, go do it, it'll be fun. I'm like, dude, you already have me in Weight Watchers, whatever. They want me to eat. It's so mixed messages all the time. I get very confused. So, my brother sits down and at one end on the opposite side, and I sit down, and unbeknownst to me, he gave his seat up for another man. I think it was a judge or something. He gave his seat up. So they all left me, this 8-year-old girl. They left me because it was cute. Look at her try, It was just like, And then I went in the bathroom and freaking projectile vomited freaking watermelon out of seeds coming out of my nose, and it's just, you know, that's not my idea of fun. But anyway, but what you get to do, that reminds me of this. These are the life lessons, and how I can retract positivity from everything is because adult, I'm 46, 47 years old. What happened to me with this reminds me, at least I stayed in my seat. At least I tried. At least I stood in my position, even though I'm gonna look like a fool. I'm the freaking town idiot, man. I faced that a long time ago. I don't know how to do stuff. That's why I'm like, community, can you help me? Because I'm not faking it, dude. Because the ways that I always knew, they don't work no more, because evidently when I speak, people don't hear me. And then I get mad. I can't afford to get mad, so I just ain't gonna bother in a lot of ways, but I gotta bother. You see how I'm kind of stuck in a pickle? But then I get these, and then I'm reminded that, everything's going to be okay. When I was in the third grade, fourth grade, I had a teacher, Mrs. Moon Fry, at Rother. And she was Hopi. She was Hopi. And they came and danced for us, and I was just enamored. I was just so enamored. I'm like, oh my god, that's the most wonderful thing. Ceremonial. See, because not all, with all the freaking gross stuff that's coming out, that's being revealed, with all the human trafficking and the kid trafficking and all the nasty stuff that's coming out, thank God it's finally coming out, because it's just been covered up for so long. These kids never had a chance. People are figuring it out, that a lot of this stuff, Hollywood has set it up. So that is a lot of these crazy creepertons. That's their defense. That's their whole defense. That doesn't happen. That only happens in the movies. See, they imitate art. They make art. It makes me sick, because I've done like seeing the trajectory of where, because I did movie or talks about Marina Abramovich about 3 years ago, and it just makes my stomach turn, because, and that's why people, this is what the whole world is falling apart for right now, is the cognitive dissonance, because so many, I'm watching a spider make a web right now, it's pretty rad. The whole world is freaking out because all this stuff happened right under our nose for years and years and years. And we think that we're so smart and we're so genius and we're so above things that we don't notice stuff. I get duped all the time. I just take it as learning experiences, and then say, okay, the person that duped me, or that, that got, something by me or tricked me or what, just, what, you know what I mean. I don't even got to explain myself. What am I talking to? I'm talking to adults, and they do, they're because these creepy creepertons, they're in every system. They're in politics, they're in schools, they're in, Disneyland. Ooh, Disneyland. The bigger the flash, the mightier, the harder it falls. I was reminded this when I was getting ready for the talk. Sam Cooke is like one of my favorite musicians ever, all time ever. He probably is. And Twistin' the Night Away came on, and that brought back good memories of Red in California. Sun Oaks, Lock In. It's my freshman year, so it was like probably the summer before '89, so '88. Yeah, it's like or it was after Nova. So it was all the Nova kids. My jacket got taken. It was a guest jacket. Anyway, I was in a that was the first time I ever won a dance contest. I freaking twisted, and the guy walked up to me, and he's like, "Where'd you learn how to dance?" I'm like, I dance, I've been dancing it out like they dance it out on freaking Grey's Anatomy, early eras, you know. I've been doing that since the 70s and 80s, because I got so much energy. If I'm not careful, my energy turns into anger. I don't want to be like all the other people I've seen my whole life that just couldn't contain their stuff. They just couldn't just not put their hands on somebody out of anger. And up until this point, I've done a pretty good job. But I can definitely empathize with people that do lose themselves lose that emotional control, you know, the crimes of passion. I guess freaking homicides gone up like freaking from 23 to 26% or some shit like that because people just don't know how to walk away. And see, I verbally talk. I like, you know, I just, and if somebody's not going to help me, I'm going to say my piece and then we're done. You know, if people are just, because people exist to literally not help you. Verified by gravity. They do. And they're prevalent and they, you know, they're everywhere and they run society and the imbalance has been that they got out of hand and egos have gotten out of hand and now the powerful are going to fall, you know, and the righteous and the meek are going to inherit the earth. And I interpret that as like us freaking oversensitive that feels everybody's energy, and it's just like, let's just keep everybody cool, because if everybody gets worked up then I get worked up, and we're coming into an age that people got actual superpowers, and when people get worked up, sometimes electronics get poppy and stuff like that. And, you know, there's a lot of freaking fuck, inadequate infrastructure from people not doing daily maintenance. So you don't want no freaking, you know, you don't want no energetic fields like me getting irate, you know, worked up. We're like energetic Hercules. I mean, we exist. It's getting breezy. Breeze picking up. And I love when people give me recommendations. I do. I like recommendations. I've been yelled at by freaking people on other channels. The Leo Cub. You're really trying to tell people that we'll go watch your channel. Yeah. And you know what the funny part is when before I did it, I looked on his page everywhere just there's like no stuff. I just do talks. I don't, and see that's why I got out of mainstream, because there's all these stupid rules. What etiquette? Where's the etiquette book of self-promoting? Some people are okay with it. I'm all for it. I want people to do it, but not freaking, you know, freaking Leo Cubs. Don't do that over there. He sure did smack my proverbial wiener. He let me know. That's his house. And I assure you, sometimes I go back, but it's like nails on a chalkboard, because it's just like static. Cause he's sometimes got a good message through ego. And then it's like, Marge, the stuff that you don't like in him is what you don't like in you. And then I'm like, oh yeah, you got Leo in your third house, and, you know, do you really want to throw stones? And then we're back to self-accountability. It's not a lot of fun being accountable for your own stuff. It's not. It's hard to find other people that do that, and those are the people that I want to work with. But I'm finding them. They're there. They're there. I'm finding them. You know, the evenings are okay. It's just, things are alright. I had a hard day. I meditated. I did what I needed to do, and then we move on, and that's what life is about. Just, you know, if you got a support system, you better be kind to the people in your life that are there to support you. Anyone that has ever helped me in life, it's funny. It's like they all enable me. I'm like, nobody's ever helped. Yeah, I mean, but you know what? People have helped me by doing stuff like this, and you know, and I had favor moving in here. I don't ever not acknowledge that. I've done it so many times, but sometimes people only hear the negative, the negative parts. They don't ever hear all the good parts. But I don't know. I don't have the time nor the energy to keep track of all the rule sets that each individual has on this planet that I need to they think that I need to put myself in to act a certain way so they maintain a certain comfort level. I ain't doing it. That's why I don't got no friends, because I don't care. You know? I know what isolation is. You know? Me and mom, 4 years, you know? Going on 4 years of this isolation, me trying to make connections and network. This is one of my business ideas. I'll sell it right now. Straight people. It's in the color spectrum. It's embroidered, so tactilely, it's nice. When I get like worked up, people start getting really fucking annoying. I play it like a guitar, you know? Because people, man, that don't vibe, they just do stuff to just really. It's like, wow, when you stay up at night, that's what the shit you come up with is to hinder people? Wow, or is that just like off the cuff hindrance? Which is it? People just don't vibe right. I even got the distributor. She's a real sweet lady. She's nice. She'll do. You know, it's funny. And then Erin, she's been doing art. She sent me a picture, because I had two versions. I had actually this one, and then I had two with two clouds. And she sent a picture. I'm like, yep, I've drawn that picture. That's how I know we're same freak tribe. We all shared consciousness. We all see the same pictures in our head, and a lot of people that I vibe with are seeing catastrophic things happen, and people aren't changing their attitude because their people aren't living in gratitude. So we gotta work a little harder to keep our energy field clear of fear, because from fear derives anger and violence and all that stuff, and we're already seeing it. And people just don't know how to handle all their emotions. They just don't. They just don't. They just have so much emotion and so much. They just, I stomp my feet. That's why I dance it out. I dance it out. Tapping into all my influence, cheerleading, belly dancing, freaking clog. I mean, I do it all. It's all about keeping your flow and your energy open and your body happy. It's our temple, people got away with that. One thing that is really cool about what's happening with religion and the control, their downfall of the organized religion and all that stuff, is because that's one thing I got from those mutual friends that I had at Bill W. is that they let you define your own higher power. They don't give you a book of rules and regulations. They let you decide what your higher power is and what you can live with. And that's what people are doing within their own energetic communities, with their own families, their own, same freak tribe. They're I ain't no different than a preacher. I just don't need. I'm like my overhead's smaller, you know. My overhead's smaller. I mean, I think it's so funny how weird money is, because I took a $67,000 or $70,000 pay cut to be a work from home daughter, and then my ventures, the timing hasn't been ready, because I just had to be a student for 3 years and learn. The student is learn how to love mom and take care of mom. Because one day, God willing, when the creek don't rise, I'll get to be as old as her, maybe, if I'm lucky. And I'm gonna have her face. So if I am if I am harmful to her, I am harmful to me, because I will have to be reminded every day when I am her age of how I treated her. And that's what a lot of people do when they get older. They they look in and then they see how their parents acted, and everybody's getting this recognition. All this childhood trauma is just coming up. I've dealt with a lot of mine. What I haven't dealt with is how to not bring that into my insecurities that I have right now. And that recognize that I have all these abilities, man. I have all these abilities that I can bring to a very large table for free. And then people just decide $20 here, $20 there. I do that enough. I'll be able to collect. To me, it's like, God, I can't, there's no way I can't buy this little mobile home trailer. Nobody wants. It's been on the market for like 578 days, 9 days, because I just can't look at Zillow today. Yeah, I could. I just don't. I just am taking a break. Because they're like, oh, with with that history, there's only one lender, and you'll need $37,000 for a down payment. And I'm like, I don't got that. I don't got that. And so I'm like, this ain't the way for you, But before, when I first moved here, I'd crumble. I'd go get some beer and I'd drink, and then make bad choices. And this life ain't about me, it's about mom. You know, because I got to get her closer to her granddaughters, because it's important that her granddaughters, you know, get to see a representation of themselves when they get older. You know, what it women need more examples of what it's like to be a freaking strong woman in their integrity. It's a lady, you know. They don't take no shit from nobody. She's Sagittarius sun. She's got like 5 placements in Sagittarius. She's people think I'm mean. Shoot, man. She straight up would tell me when I was a kid, "Go with your father. I don't want to look at your face," because I look just like him. I know it. And a lot of times when kids get their parents take their stuff out on their kids, it's because they look like the other parent, and they can't be reminded. They look at they do it, and they try to act like they don't come from that heart space, but they do. My parents didn't know what to do with me. I was an autistic freaking aspy weird kid in the 70s, 80s. Yeah, I was. They did that behavioral psychology where they just watch you play, and I was tested for everything, and I was always just another little weirdo. There's so many of us. There's oh so many of us. The lighting just changed like a weird blue color. I don't like it. Well, I kind of do actually. It's not so bad. It's peculiar. Ooh, there's 8 watching. Thanks for hanging out. I feel like it's my pity party after my pity party. Bahi Valley, pretty awesome. Hi Ahmad 77. Staying grounded. That's so cool. I went in, I'm like, Mom, she said 3 peacocks walked through her yard. Ahmad, you crack me up. I ran. I know I got plenty of friends. I just don't have people and well, I mean, I don't have people here like, "Hi, I love you." I love you too. See, where I'm from, hugs, it was all the time. I'm a good hugger, man. Like, I freaking engulf freaking grown men. It's just my energy is just. Where we go, when we go all. We're all connected. I shook. I think Don't Drink the Kool-Aid too is about to get grounded. They don't play well with it, but they're also and then it's like, are they gonna get grounded or are they gonna be radio silenced because of the hurricane? Because they're down there in the Gulf Coast. This is what I do all day long. I think about where events are that are happening, the latitude and longitude in which they're on, and how they're impacting people I know, and where the astrology is and the energy of the earth. Because, I mean, we got CMEs right now. I mean, the whole earth is getting full blast. The rest of the planets and the rest of the beings are just sitting up there with their freaking popcorn. And they're just like, what do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to press the bomb? And we'll have, what do you think they're going to do? How do you think it's going to play out? Because right now everybody's just kind of kinetic energy. Everybody's just shorting out and everybody's just going crazy and everybody's just like, oh, oh, I can't. It's because all their heroes are fallen. They're figuring it out. 7 o'clock, I'll be at the live with I'll be over there listening, trying to listening to Ask Jesse, the Dark Outpost, with my Bible right next to me. You know what else is a good show if you want to learn about energy and entities and things like that, negative attachments? Another good one is Psychic Kids. I think that's what it's called, on the Hulu. See, I know I gotta take the good and leave the rest, because if I cut out everything in my life, I'll be living in a bubble, because they're all the devil. I mean, they all have the devil in them, but they all have angels in them too. There comes the light. Did you see how the lighting changed? That was rad. And we gotta be more the angels. And that's why I like Jody, is because she goes into hell. She goes into hell like I do, to go into the pain of the hurt and the grossness. And then we bring them back and let the people that have gone through hell realize that you can still have a joyful, blessed being life. You know? So when I get too worked up, I gotta remember that too, because I got a pretty good record. I got a pretty good record of it being a non-violent being. I will defend myself, and a lot of people can't. They don't can't. They can't. They can't not control themselves right now because they got so many emotions. They don't know what to do with it. So I've been staying grounded. Like I said, I meditate an hour and 13 minutes. I'm not real hungry, and I gotta go in. I'm gonna go in and probably eat a bowl of cereal. Have a bowl of Apple Jacks. I wanted to get a bowl of Apple Jacks because when I was a little kid, I never got to eat the freaking sugary stuff. It was always stuff like grape nuts and freaking apple juice, and that's fucking disgusting. That ain't no kind of thing to freaking watch Saturday morning cartoons with. And then now looking back, you think about all this, how prevalent the Saturday morning cartoons are, and it's like no wonder they stop showing them. They make people think about stuff. Anyway, so I feel a lot better ending the day, starting the day, and then tomorrow I'll take more foot prayers, more right actions to get myself in a better way. That's all you can do. I can't afford to stop in the middle. That's what people do, is you feel bad and you feel low because you get knocked off your horse, and plans change, and things happen. But I am not in this alone. I have never in this alone. Never have been in this alone, and sometimes I say and I sound like I am, and then that I'm just coming from ego, and I ain't in gratitude. Because understandably, you gotta understand, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and I make mistakes every day. Every day. And I'm my own worst critic. I'm my own worst critic. Ain't nobody beat me up more. So I've been learning how to be really kind and loving to myself as of late. Really kind and loving. So I recommend that other people do that too. That's about all I got for now. Hope